Hey girls, just want to provide you with some information, scouting report on Colorado Rush for Champions League, our first opponent. So when we're there in Arizona, we probably won't send as many videos. Probably be this sheet right here. So the shape that they have is a 3-4-3. It's a very fast-paced possession group that breaks lines and looks to get forward. A lot of their wide players like to cut in, so it's going to be very important for us to keep them wide when we're defending, but also against their build-up and when they have possession, just stay compact, make sure that we're together, back to front. Our back four is not too far away from our midfield, and our midfield is not too far away from our forwards. Force them wide, keep them wide, don't dive in. Just always ready and playing them, straight up, and we should be, have a good opportunity. So when we attack them, because they play with three in the back, it'll be really important for us to make sure our forwards occupy them and we look to play into the wide channels. So if we're playing a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1, the wide midfielders of the diamond or of the four need to make sure they get forward quickly into those wide areas. And if we make them defend more, then it'll make the game really even and force them to have to defend us instead of us defending them. So just recognize it. You can pause this sheet here, take a look at it, and get in touch if you have any questions. So just recognizing what their press looks like out of possession. They're in yellow. The three forwards are going to be really high and looking to force the opponent to play out. So if we're going to be playing our outside backs or our midfielders, we need to make sure that we break the line, because you can see all of these players in yellow are affecting the press, and we need to make sure we have players against that player there, whether it's our 10 or one of our forwards dropping in as well. Rather it be our 10. But just again, recognize they're going to force us to play a quick ball. So it's important for our goalkeepers and our center backs and outside backs to be ready to break lines. So again, here's a short one here. Players going in. So can our six come in here? Can our wide midfielder come in off the shape? Can this right back be a little bit more of a decoy so that this player has to come closer to her, and then we can play this in between the gap there. Or if our right back gets it, can we play quickly or even play long, if we have to, because you can see the numbers that are pressing forward. And we don't want to be losing possession of the ball that easily. But their forward does a really good job of pressuring the six. And this is a group they'll definitely play out no matter what. You can see that this white team has plenty of players defending them, pressing them, and they don't seem too bothered. Even though she gives the ball away, they're going to be, they're going to try and keep the ball as much as they can. And as you can see, it creates a scoring opportunity. So when we're pressing them, let's make sure we're pressing them with numbers. And the goalkeeper just literally, I don't know if you saw that, but just kind of rolls it right to her. So as this pass goes out wide here, it will be very important for us, for our forward to get here, our second forward to get here, our 10 to get here, our wide midfielder to get here, and then everybody else, lined up to make sure that's not too easy for them to break lines, because that's all they're looking to do is break this line right here, as you'll see a couple of the clips that they have. Once they break this line here, it's easy pass out. And again, so right now, their team is defending with this line here and a few midfielders there. This forward is nowhere to be found. So our wide midfielder needs to be back as well. Because if our right back goes to this player, you can see how wide open that player is. So again, if you're going to be playing in one of the wide areas there, you got to rewind that and take another look. So again, as this goalkeeper plays out wide, one of our forwards needs to be working to get here, second forward here, wide midfielder, 10, left midfielder, 6, all pushing forward. That's really actually a pretty good job. But now, in terms of the pace of which they're running, but now you can see all the space these players have to attack with numbers. And this is not what we want to get into. We don't want to get into 3 or 4 of our defenders having to deal with a big run of 5 or 6 of their attackers. And we'll look at some of the areas that we want to exploit, but this is certainly one of them there. Looking to play the ball in behind that, this right back or left back is very important. So just a couple more of their build up. You can see they're not too bothered, but the white team isn't really pressing them much. This player out here, non-factor to us unless they get the ball into the middle. So you can see these two white jerseys right here should be over. And again, we want to force them to play this way. We want to force them into the line and cut the field in half so that we're defending just in this area right there. So again, that would be the point of what we're trying to do, because now that they're able to switch the point of attack, they play the long one instead of to the outside back. That's something we got to be aware of. As you can see, center back not too bothered. Nobody's pressing her, so she's just going to survey and look where she can play. Again, we want to make sure that they have to play on this part of the field. Like, this is where we want to win the ball back. And we will be able to win the ball back if we work together and not allow them to get out too easily, because now you can see this player has this open space right in front of her, and that becomes a problem because we want our right back, look how far their back four is, we want our right back to be up a little bit, center backs, left back, and then 6. But as you can see, they're just trying to turn the back line and play the ball in behind. So again, got to be really aware of this, because that was something that could have been avoided way back. And it's important for us to be alert. So they do look to dominate possession in the opponent's half. So it's really important for us to be real compact, as it says in the written or in the typed in scouting report. Be real compact, stay disciplined to our shape. A lot of numbers. The 6 here looks to drop out and help to reset. So it's going to be really important that either one of our 9 steps, but I think we want our 10 to step and just make sure that she's pressured, because we don't want to give their center back too much. So that'll be a game time decision and seeing how our midfield is doing. But definitely don't want their 6 to be able to create too many chances. Again, just quick combination. And as they win the ball, they give it right back to them. So it's important for us to secure the ball when we win it, find some open space, especially against their center backs, and make sure we're running in behind. Good run, but she's offside on that one. A couple more here. Again, center back steps up. And again, they're trying to keep the ball as much as they can. So for us, we need to get in on a challenge with our 4 in the midfield, take advantage of getting the ball, and then attack the wide areas. And again, you can see that what type of attack they're going to have. So again, it's going to be really important for us to step up to their 6 as she tries to get into a little bit of the action here. So that's her. So if our 2 forwards are pressing, here it's going to be really important for our 10 and our right midfielder and our 6 and our left midfielder to close the space so that we're able to defend, because that's way too much time for her to get on the ball. Even though she doesn't connect the pass, it's going to be important for us to step up and apply some pressure further away from our goal. As you can see, area to attack. This is a 1v1 against their center back, their left center back. She handles it okay, but that's the area we want to. Definitely the area we want to attack. There's the 6 again, getting on the ball and creating. So make sure we're stepping in. And there's no pressure on that ball. So it's important for our back line to drop back. Again, shot from distance, something out of nothing. So here's some areas to attack as you gain possession of the ball. Really simple play from them, not forcing it. She's able to play, and then now you can see what their defense looks like, and just looking to try and play 1v1 against their outside backs is going to be against their right and left center back is going to be important. As they lose possession here, obviously the defenders should be a little bit tighter, but as they gain here, you can see the space to attack in the channel here. This forward could be checking back or running, and then our wide midfielder running into the space as well. That's not what this team did, but that's what we want to do. Just a big ball alone can put them under some pressure. And for us, it's just going to be really important for us to, work really hard. But you can see there's not many players getting up to help their forward. But it'll be important for us to not just have one player or two players doing all the attacking. So just take a look at our restarts here. Short corner that they're going to try and accomplish. So important for us to just be aware, mark up, quick overlap. So we need to make sure we send that second player. If there is an overlap and you're defending in a 2v1, follow the girl that receives that pass so she doesn't get an easy service off. And then make sure we're clearing the danger. Very, very important. Longish throw. It's not long, but it's, into the 18. So we just want to be aware of that. Long ball to the back post just from a service. And again, you can rewind these. Here's how they defend their corners. So plenty of numbers in and around the box. So it's important for us to maybe do a short one or make sure we're getting numbers in the 6 against them and putting them away. Here you can see a short one could work against them. Just got to get the service off right away. Doesn't, but that was one player of theirs that came out for it. To see how they set up. They just drop their numbers in. So just some information to give you guys. Hopefully this is helpful. It's just a model. We still have to go out and play the game, but we're looking forward to watching you guys compete.